What's going on, guys? Just going with Red Gas, coming at you with some more Destiny 2, my friends. We are continuing these video series, going through all the new information we have on Destiny 2. This one's going to be covering more of the worlds in Destiny 2, specifically the places you can go, and we're going to skim through a little bit of the PVE stuff. So just very briefly, some of the things coming back from Destiny 1 are things like, obviously, a campaign. You're going to have story missions. This time, the story missions are going to have way more cinematics than ever. Cinematics than ever. And so what we've seen so far, the cinematics look amazing. They look movie-like. It's very incredible and impressive. Strikes are coming back. One of the new strikes that's coming is called Inverted Spire, and it looks pretty cool. It's going to be on a new world called Nessus in Red Legion territory, and it's going to have a 3-stage boss. Now, I heard someone who tried it out say that the 3 stages are actually like different elements. So let's say it starts as like the first stage of the boss is solar, then the next one is void, and then the third stage is going to be arc or something like that. So that sounds like a very unique boss in that strike. Obviously, there's some YouTubers and streamers that got hands-on. So I heard word going around, at least on that, as far as the boss goes in the new strike. Again, it's called Inverted Spire. We're gonna touch on Crucible in a different video because there's a bunch of stuff to cover on that. So we're gonna keep that for its own video. There's gonna be a new raid coming. We know absolutely nothing about it except that there is gonna be a raid. We're gonna have more information later on. I would assume maybe later this summer. The beta is going to also be later this summer. Now, let's kind of get into, a little bit more of the other stuff. There's going to be a new thing called Lost Sectors, and these are basically like these, I guess, kind of like dungeons, you could say, like these caves, these caverns, these dungeons you can go in that have treasure, but there's a boss holding a key that you're going to have to defeat, obviously, if you want to access that treasure in these kind of dungeons and stuff. So it's kind of like a new PVE thing that they're adding to Destiny 2. It's pretty cool. As far as the social space goes, the social space is called Guardian Camp, and it's on Earth in the European Dead Zone. So the European Dead Zone is like I said, it's on Earth. Earth is going to be one of the planets that we're going to have, just like in Destiny 1, except we're going to have a different area of Earth. Obviously, there's a lot of different areas you can explore on Earth. So this time it's going to be the European Dead Zone, and again, the social space is going to be a Guardian Camp, because you got to have some kind of social space, that's what I was kind of wondering before too. But kind of digging into some of the other, worlds and planets we're going to have right out of the gate. We're going to have, like I said, Earth. We're going to have one called Nessus. We're going to have one called Titan and one called Io. So real quick, before we take a look at all the planets, one thing to note is, as you guys can see on screen, this is what the new map looks like in the new world. And if you guys noticed, you can travel between destinations instantaneously without having to go to orbit first. So they're kind of trying to eliminate and remove those kind of barriers and those kind of loading times, I guess, a little bit. So everything is going to be done from the world itself. So you're going to open up your map when you're in a world, and that's kind of how you're going to load into other destinations. If you want to go to a different planet, you just open up your map while you're in game. There's no need to go to orbit first. So it cuts a lot of time out. Not sure how it's going to work when you first spawn into the game. Are you going to spawn directly into the social space then instead of going to orbit? Not 100% sure how that's going to work, but it's definitely cool to see what the new map looks like. First of all, the new map looks very nice. The UI looks amazing. So going into the planets, this is the European Dead Zone. So like I said, the European Dead Zone is just a little bit outside the last city. This is the camp. You guys see the camp on screen. That's it's kind of like the new social space, if you will. It's called the Guardian Camp, and unfortunately, that's all the information we really have regarding the social space, just that it's in the European Dead Zone on Earth, just outside of the last city, and it's called the Guardian Camp. This next one is called Titan. It's basically a moon of Saturn where Zavala decides to go to heal his wounds, after the assault by the the Red Legion, if you will. It's mostly an oceanic environment that has 40-meter high waves. It contains huge monolithic structures that were constructed by humanity at the peak of the Golden Age. And it's quite an interesting planet. It seems to be very stormy there as well, and there's some structures, like I said, constructed by the humans at the peak of the Golden Age. So if we're moving on here, the next one here is called Nessus, and this is kind of where Cade ends up going. And it's a world totally occupied by the Vex. And the Vex have basically made this place into a Vex machine world. but it has beautiful canyons, lush environments, and vegetation and stuff like that. It has a lot of beautiful scenery in this one. I really like it personally, to be quite honest. The last one here is called Io, and Io is a sulfuric yellow moon of Jupiter. This is actually the last place that the traveler touched before the collapse happened, and Io is a place surrounded by, you know, mythology, mystery, and lore, and it's also a very sacred place for the Guardians, particularly Warlocks, which is where you'll find Ikora. Now, if you guys haven't noticed by now, all of the Vanguard are scattered across this world, and basically what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to explore these worlds to get more powerful, as well as bring the Vanguard back together, unite them back together, and then together figure a way how to go back home and defeat the Red Legion, specifically their leader Gaul, and take over back, you know, the last city, which has obviously now been destroyed. So that's kind of a quick look at some of the PvE stuff, my friends. That's kind of the world of Destiny 2, if you will. Very intriguing stuff. I like where this is going, and the fact that you kind of have to, you know, go and to each of these planets and kind of, you know, get more powerful, and also bring back the Vanguard back together, and then you know, go back and attack, you know, Gaul and the Red Legion. I really like the way this story is shaping up to begin with Destiny 2 and what the world is looking like. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. I'm really excited. We're gonna cover a lot of Destiny 2 stuff as always, my friends. I'm super excited. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, smash the like button, subscribe, the comment, share, all awesome stuff. You're definitely going to want to be subscribed for whenever we get more information on Destiny 2, and we still have some other news to cover, like I said, Crucible and stuff like that. So, you know, more of the PvP stuff. So come back for that video. I'll catch you guys then, and until then, game on.